Welcome to the latest edition of the I Hate ESPN podcast. As many of you may know, the Philadelphia Eagles fired Juan Castillo as their defensive coordinator. Castillo was the offensive line coach for the Philadelphia Eagles from 1994 until 2010. Not only working for Reed, but he worked for Ray Rhodes and John Gruden when Gruden was the offensive coordinator. Well, the Eagles finally made a change at a mistake that I saw before they played any games under him. This was a move that needed to be done. However, this may be the beginning of the end for Andy Reid in Philly. Andy Reid has only made bad decisions at quarterback, at defensive coordinator, and he's probably been a big factor into the lack of successful draft picks that the Eagles have made. Because if Andy Reid was so upset and didn't feel that he had enough power as coach of the team or as a longtime member of the Eagles organization, why not just leave? Why not just leave and go to another team? You are Andy Reid. You have gone to 5 NFC Championship games during your career. You have been to 1 Super Bowl. Why not go to a team that needed a head coach? Let's face it, Andy Reid had a lot more say into acquisitions such as Michael Vick, Juan Castillo, the draft selections of potential busts like Brandon Graham, Danny Watkins, and recent departures like Jaquan Jarrett, the former second-round pick of the 2011 draft. Count each game at once, because right now Andy Reid does not look like a guy that deserves to stay in Philadelphia long term. I felt that he should have been fired after last season. Quite frankly, he did not need to make the offensive line coach be the defensive coordinator prior to 2011. The lockout was a dumb excuse without hindsight. Without hindsight, because the Houston Texans, they had a new defense with Wade Phillips. Were they going to be a bad team if they put the new defense in? All right, wasn't Gary Kubiak on the hot seat prior to 2011 because he had never made the playoffs as the Texans head coach? What about Denver? Okay, Denver, John Fox. Okay, you're supposed to win that that year too. Look at Miami. Miami, they put in a new offensive coordinator and Tony Sparano's on the hot seat, but they at least went with somebody who was fit for the job. Okay, all the teams that I mentioned. The fact that he didn't go with anybody that fit the job is a big reason why he is not as good as he used to be. He's not dumb, but it may be that he has gotten too arrogant, and quite frankly, I think that this should be the beginning of the end for the Andy Reid era. He's only being recognized nationally as a good coach because of things that he had done in many years past. When Robin Williams did Death to Smoochie, we did not call him an Oscar-winning actor. We still don't call him an Oscar-winning actor. He's still as funny as he has been, during his Mork and Mindy days and his 1980s comedy days to his 21st century days, but we don't call him an Oscar-winning actor when he hasn't made a quality film since Good Will Hunting. It's time that sports writers and all the Andy Reid sycophants be on that same boat, because that was then and the struggles have come now.